right, you're still tuned in to Market Pulse here on New Century in partnership with Nairametrics. Right now, we're picking up the pulse of the day with Head of Business Development, PUPRIME Africa. Daniel Effah joins us. Good afternoon, Daniel.
Good afternoon, Joanna. Good afternoon. I can't remember your name. Good afternoon to everyone in the studio.
Yeah, get familiar. Get familiar. All right, so obviously a lot of activities going on the NGX. Aradel, of course, has taken the spotlight. But before we get round to Aradel, we've recorded a sharp reversal from the 2-month decline witnessed earlier with inflation. The equities market has halted its positive streak. How strong of a role is inflation having on the markets right now? And what are these figures telling investors? How is it guiding their decisions?
Okay, so I think that it's a normal macroeconomic response to inflationary pressures. The markets will always struggle whenever there is inflationary pressures, because then what it means is that whenever there is inflation, companies in the stock market suffer some considerable level of difficulty in carrying out their day-to-day business. So that plays a role in how investors view stocks during inflationary pressures. Right? So it is a normal thing. I think that, and of course, anticipation of the response. Most times I tell people that inflation comes as one part of the conversation, interest rates come as the other response. So investors will look at that and say, okay, yes, these figures continue based on the 2-month retracement we saw. I call it a retracement. I don't think it was a reversal because we still have those inflationary factor risk where are still there. What we had is just a continuance of whatever, and it's showing that it will most likely continue into the end of the year.
So who benefits from this, right? Who benefits from this, high inflation, higher interest rates? In the investment space, who benefits?
I think it's the fixed income securities. They are the biggest winners when it comes to inflation and the response, which is usually interest rate hikes. They are usually the benefits. It's usually oversubscribed. Like I was talking about it last time I was here. Usually oversubscribed. Then the CBN can now begin to tweak. Can now begin to get a lot of oversubscription. Now begin to tweak what the yields would look like, because then the demand is towards them. So I think that is basically what will happen. All right. However, we can't totally write off the market, right? Because there are still fundamentals that will still drive some certain sectors in the coming months going into the new year, basically. But biggest winners, fixed income security, no doubt.
All right, Daniel. There's a new kid in the block. The newbie stock, Aradel, has seen 2 days consecutive in the red, and since and it's 17% surge within the first 2 days in the exchange. Is this coming too soon? Knowing fully well that in the last 2 days, 17% down. And would you say that the stock is being affected by broader market sentiment, or there's some isolated incident that we don't know about?
Okay, so it is a normal thing, right? It's a new stock on the block. First day excitement, everybody goes into it, right? And second day you get what we are. So what we are seeing now is where traders, very smart investors want the price to get to, so that then you can buy as much stocks as you can get in terms of future appreciation, right? Okay. However, I still think that we still probably have one more bad day, right? Then before it stabilizes, and because no matter what, the demand and supply will definitely take its course, right? So what is basically happening is just normal for the stock. It came at I think the opening price of the stock is probably this makes it the second highest valued shares in that particular sector, right? Very so good. It is only normal for demand and supply to find its cost first, right? 650, 660, 670, we'll definitely see that range.
Are you sure? Start seeing proper investment. Are you sure investors are not going to be catching a falling knife? Because you are giving us the idea, or you're speculating that seems to be the bottom. Are investors not going to be catching a falling knife?
Okay, so this is the thing. I think that smart investors want nobody wants to buy stock at the high price. You want to be the ones that buy it when it is low, so that when it appreciates, you make more money, right? So whatever is happening is basically simply market behavior, right? And we definitely find its cost, right? So what we are simply saying is price searching for the right cost, right? As soon as that is identified, you will see a big surge in that particular stock. Why? Because sector-wide conversations in the oil and gas is looking positive for the next couple of years. So no matter what happens, it's a new stock, new share on the block. It will find the right pricing at different ranges, high and low, before it then takes the right cost base, basically.
All right.
It is a
yeah. Yeah, and you're projecting that there's still one more day in the red for this stock. Of course, it has already gone below its opening price. It's trading at below its opening price right now. It's about 680. I think it came in at 7 something. Analysts at Cardinal Stone Limited, they set a 12-month target price of about 1,258.6. 258 Naira 61 kobo for Aradel Holdings Plc. They're expecting more than a 79% upside potential. Were they being overambitious there, right? And by your assessment, is the stock in line to meet up with these projections?
Okay, so if you look at major stocks in that sector, I think they've done more than that in terms of in the last 1 year. We've seen stock do about 200%. We've seen Seplat do as in very funny numbers, right? And if for a new stock and the kind of positioning the company is positioning, we've seen the company in terms of acquisition, trying to buy Total, NNPC. You've seen again what the company is trying to do, and that is what investors look at, right? We are looking at them in partnership with Renaissance Africa Energy Group. So and acquisition of more oil and gas wells, and also you see that that alone, again, in terms of company fundamental, is strong. Right, that is one. The industry fundamental, we are still looking at a potential upside, right? Based on our analysis at PUPRIME, we are still looking at crude oil getting to at least $85 per barrel in the near term, looking at a quarter or more. So the oil sector is still that sector where you will still see a lot of investment pushing it, a lot of investors considering it. So Aradel is well positioned as the second most valuable stock right now to definitely make that number. So for me, I don't think 1,000. I don't think it is too much. I don't think it is too much based on what Cardinal Stone is projected. I don't think it is too much. I think it is achievable.
See. Right, I think we're going to have to wait and see. But unfortunately, that's as much as we can take from you, Daniel, on the show today. I mean, I wish we had more time to discuss some of the things happening. But there's always next time. There's always next time.